Hello and welcome to Garage Rock, the podcast. This is episode number freaking 50. Woo-hoo! I'm Cam, and joining me as per usual is Uncle Sven. How are you?
Cam, 50 episodes, and also same room.
I know, we're in the same room.
Wow, feels so crazy. The last time we were in the same room was your birthday back in June.
I know,
almost
that's
6
crazy.
months ago.
Our live episode that we did live streamed on Facebook was our last episode we've done in person. We've done a few over the phone, but this is much better, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I can see you and hear you at the same time, and there's no lag between us as well, which is going to be shitload easier to edit.
It's going to be easier for you to edit, isn't it, Steve?
And when it comes to editing, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier. But how are you, man? 50 episodes. We've made it this far. This is a big one.
It is a big one. I mean, it's been, 2.5 years to get to 50 episodes, but we've also done a bunch of specials, bunch of interviews, bunch of festivals. Mm-hmm. How many is it actually all up?
It's 176 podcasts.
176 podcasts for your easy listening drive home.
Exactly. Or disgruntled listening. It depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Yeah.
But we've been doing so many, and we've done some recent interviews as well. They've been pretty cool. Caught up with Bob Evans, Jebediah, Bob Evans.
Bobby, don't Fantastic. You think it's time?
Oh, yeah.
Time's
He does it so much better than that.
He does.
But he's got his new single, Born Yesterday. Had a chat about that. And,
Heard it, Steve. I wasn't born yesterday.
God, the puns are starting. But we are celebrating our 50th episode, so you know what that means.
Oh,
that's it. Put some champagne.
Pour some of that in there, Steve.
Cool.
Get some up ya.
Oh,
get it in ya, eh?
Here's to 50 and no more.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Steve, you've broken it to everyone.
Yeah. I was gonna ease into it. I was gonna sort of lube things up like that bottle, but no. We're going to get into the news straight away. Talk
to me, Steve. You're getting emotional.
I am, actually. This is our final episode, the last episode of the Garage Rock podcast as we know it. But I feel fine. This is how we've decided after much deliberation and discussion over the past few months that this is we're going to be stopping doing these full episodes. So the 50 that we've done. That will be it. And it's kind of ironic because the TV show, we did exactly 50 episodes of that as well.
That's weird, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
And the 50th was in my garage, sort of like a live audience. And our last episode was a live audience, but obviously streamed.
Yeah.
So it's weird. If you want to go anywhere in life, don't do any live shows.
That's it, pretty much. Just give up now, like we are. But we've decided that we've had a lot of fun doing this, and we're going to pretty much just reminisce over the next however long about the Garage Rock show. But in 2021, we've decided that we're just going to strip things right back, and we're just going to do occasional short episodes, like our mini episodes, really.
Yeah, only if we can be frigged.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be frig by frig basis from now on. The occasional interview as well as they pop up. But as far as like these shows, these full episodes, this will be the last one.
Steve, I wasn't quite sure how we would break it to our 3 listeners that are listening. No, we do have a great fan base, and we do get a lot of listens, so we are so grateful for that, aren't we, Steve?
Yeah, it's blowing my mind to think about it.
For 2 blokes that just want to hang out in the garage and talk about music and gigs they've been to, I think we've had a lot of fun and we've done really well, and we've got to meet some really cool people, and we've had a lot of good people supporting us along the way, haven't we, Steve?
Absolutely, and so I did reach out to quite a few of the different promoters and record labels to sort of say, hey, this is it for us. We're wrapping things up. Wasn't even expecting sort of replies or maybe just so long, farewell.
Yeah.
But the response from like promoters and the labels and management and some artists as well has been, thank you so much for what you guys have done over the past couple of years. And it's kind of, we didn't really sort of expect that, it was just sort of us just piss fighting around and playing some tunes. But it has meant something to, some musicians and people out there. And it's kind of humbling to get that kind of response.
It is. It definitely is. And not to mention the people that have supported our questions of the week
Absolutely.
every week. That a lot of the same people reply to that every week.
Yeah.
And really put their heart and soul into their answers and give a lot of thought. Not to mention our Australian Open, our American Open, UK Open.
Yep.
All the votes that everyone put in for that. Like, that was so much fun through lockdown. I literally had people telling me that it's something that they really look forward to for their day, because no one was doing fuck all, mate. Like,
pretty
everyone
much.
was, finger in the bum. Oh, got to go do me vote on Garage Rock. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
So, we just give, Steve. you know?
Well, it's pretty much selfless act what we've been doing.
Yeah.
But no, we have been, and one of the things I guess we're going to miss are free backstage passes and media invites and to be able to meet bands and do interviews. Like, that's something that, like, we didn't even think about doing when we first thought of the show, and then we just got an email saying, "Hey, do you want to have a chat with the Super Jesus?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, I suppose we can do that."
I remember that, Steve. I remember that. We obviously we never planned on doing interviews. We just wanted to sit and talk about music and just do what we do. And we got offered that interview, and that started the ball rolling for doing interviews. And the amount of interviews that we've done and the people that we've got to meet, and it's been very humbling.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Bob Evans was like our third interview, and now he was our last. We still
love you, Bobby.
Thanks, Bob. We still do have a few we'll be going through, and like I said, this isn't the end. It's just farewell.
Yeah.
But we'll be still doing some occasional things next year. But I think that the main thing is,
we might miss it that much that we might do another episode.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It was sort of a case of we were thinking about completely sort of just wrapping it up and just closing this chapter, and then I think that we'd miss it.
True. Yeah, and I just thought I'd string you on a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You and every other woman in my life, Cam. But honestly, I think that we would miss it. So that's why we're not completely closing the door, and we can sort of say, just call you up and be like, "Hey man, do you want to talk some shit over a couple of microphones and a couple of beers?"
Well, that's it. Like, I genuinely do enjoy it. I genuinely do feel like I can be myself, and you do bring out the best in me. I feel like we can bounce off each other. Something shocking. In a good way.
Yeah. And then there's the stuff that we record as well.
But when you think about it, like, we've been talking shit since year 7.
Yeah.
And then you got to count all the Red Sky music stuff with the TV show that we did for a number of years. And then we went into this. So we've been doing this a long time, man.
Yeah. But moments came. Like, what has been, like, any moments that have sort of stood out for you during the years?
Oh, it's heaps, Steve. I'm getting emotional.
Oh, dude.
Nah, seriously, like, as funny as it sounds, probably the highlight of doing Garage Rock Podcast is doing the podcast. Like, this, what we're doing right now, like, some of the stuff that we have come up with, and a lot of the stuff we haven't been able to put on the podcast because it's way too wrong, but it's so funny. Yeah. And like, you just crack me up. You've always cracked me up since year 7. So just doing it is definitely my highlight. And just getting out of our comfort zone. Like, we've never done anything like that before. So we're like, let's just do it. But obviously the main things as well is, which people are going to obviously see, is like the festivals, like we said, going backstage, meeting some really cool people, like some cool interviews, like doing Dan Sanders from 13, Gyroscope. I love doing that interview, and I was so excited to do that, and it was such a good chat. And another interview that stands out for me, Steve, is Ben from Slowly Slowly. Yeah. The second time we interviewed him at Good Things, for some reason I really felt like that interview was probably the most natural one that I've ever done. Yeah. And he's just a top bloke. Yeah. I love it when the interviews are just conversational. It doesn't feel like it's just question, answer. That's where we started going with the interviews until COVID came along, and we didn't obviously get to see anyone anymore
Yeah.
and didn't get to do as many.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll definitely miss that.
Yeah.
But it's first of all, I've got to say thank you, Steve, for putting so much work because you do all the editing because I'm an absolute retard on the computer. I can't even say computer.
I'll have to edit out the word retard, but but that's part of my job. I edit out most of the stuff that you say.
Yeah, retard.
What are they going to do now? Kick us off the air?
You can't fire me. I quit. Wish I had something more profound to say.
Cam, why start now?
Yeah, exactly. No, I had a few things like if just off the top of my head that time that I smashed the glass table at your house. By doing a Tony Robbins, getting myself in the got to get yourself in the mode to talk because you don't want to sound
of course
like you're gonna fall asleep, Steven.
It's a good point.
So I hit the mic and smashed the table. So that was embarrassing, but kind of a highlight.
Yeah, I mean it was an antique, but fuck.
I think it was like episode 15. We really started getting the ball rolling on it. Like we really, and that was the episode we were talking about the Marilyn Manson dildo, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember the number, but yeah, I mean it was around about that period, the Marilyn Manson dildo, yeah. And I think that we kind of, I mean, like every show, it takes a while to sort of get your groove and sort of what are you going to do with this? Like we did not know what the fuck we were going to do with this show.
We didn't even know it was going to be garage rock until we started doing it.
Yeah, pretty much. And so it did take a while to sort of, I guess, find our bearings. But I think that we did kind of get a good idea of what we wanted to do after a while. And I think that was the main thing, was just to have some fun. It was just the two of us catching up, talking shit. And we've got a common interest in music. So it kind of just went to that. And
exactly.
And we were having fun. And then we were getting messages from people to say that they were having fun and they were enjoying what we were talking about, and the interviews and the music stuff was just a bonus on top of that. And when you hear feedback like that, it's kind of makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's like I was saying to people that wrote in every week, like I've got a shout out to Adam Pollard and Aaron Hall and Amy Coker.
Yeah.
She answered every week,
even when we didn't ask questions.
Yeah. Absolute legends. Like I cannot thank you all. Everyone, if I've missed anyone, thank you so much for your support.
Heaps. Even people who we've picked up on the way, like Mr. Bruff up in Queensland.
Bruffy, send us I still listen to his playlist that he sent us. Like, what a legend.
And listeners from overseas. Like there's actually one of the answers from this week's from Sweden. Like some Sweden hitting us up. We've got people from the UK, people from the USA, people from across the Dutch and New Zealand. We've got a Kiwi band later on today.
Yep.
They probably stopped listening after I spoke like that. But it doesn't matter. We've been getting people from all over the world hitting us up and different bands from all over the world saying, hey, here's our music, tell us what you think. And sometimes we play it. So it's cool to sort of get that feedback, and we definitely weren't anticipating it, so it's just been great.
Steve,
yep.
Highlights for you?
Highlights, I think going to the festivals and meeting the bands and hanging out with bands is a really cool thing to be able to. Yeah, the phone interviews are cool, but to be face-to-face with someone, and it's not
so much better face-to-face, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, I guess it's not even that. It's the stories that you kind of have with bands, off mic. Like, remember, like, chatting with Violent Soho for about Blink-182 for however long.
Oh, man.
Well, I was setting up the mics. You were just having a great chat.
Yeah, that was awesome. James was telling us how many times he's seen Blink and where he's seen them and what drummer was with him at the time. Like, he'd seen every lineup, since they've ever come to Australia. So it was just cool because realistically they're just like us and love their music, except they're good at playing it.
Exactly. But as you mentioned, it's doing the episodes. It's coming here and catching up, and we don't put pressure on ourselves. And I think that's one of the cool things. We just sort of get here, we set up, we talk shit for half an hour, then we get on the mics and we talk shit for an hour and a half. You only hear about half an hour of it.
That's what I'm saying, Steve. Exactly the same, isn't it? Because, like, I will literally come up with a joke in my head through the week and go, I'm saying that on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I get to it and it never happens. But something else pops up on the fly. It's always on the fly. Like, nothing is ever scripted with us.
Oh, definitely not.
some of the shit that we've come up with, Steve, it would turn you white, seriously.
Absolutely. It'd make an altar boy blush.
I tell you what, Steve, you still got some of those outtakes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever want to hear any of them, let me know and see if we can get some to you.
Jeez. Oh, some of those outtakes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, criminal proceedings. I just worry about that.
If you ever see us out and about, we'll play them to you then and there, so you can't have a copy of it.
Exactly. But I mean, enough of us crapping on about ourselves.
Just one more thing.
Okay, yeah, one more thing. Go on.
on the inappropriate stuff, like there was a point there where some of the stuff was the jokes were getting so inappropriate that we thought about doing another podcast where we just had the inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd have aliases.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. You were dead set about having aliases. I was just like, why can't we be Cam and Steve? I was totally just...
No, it'd be fun. We'll just have different names. So I was going to be Mac, which is Cam backwards.
Very innovative, though.
Yeah. And I'm like, what goes with Mac? Mac and cheese.
Jesus.
Cheeses? You were going to be cheese. And every time I called you cheese, you couldn't do it. You're like, I can't do this.
I can't do this.
I'm
going to be completely honest with you right now. I fucking hated the name cheese. And you were like, no, we'll do it. Yeah, what do you think, cheese? I'm like, we're not doing that. We are not doing mac and cheese.
Oh.
And you were like, we'll go online and we'll make some kind of logo. And you even sent me a logo once. And it was like of mac and cheese. I'm like,
didn't I?
I'm like, no, we're not doing this. No, but thank you. I appreciate your effort. It's kind of like when the slow kid does something and it's kind of like, well done. That's good. We'll put it on the fridge with everything else, but we're never going to use it.
You're the one talking about dead babies, but you want that under your name?
Okay.
See, we're already starting to get there, Mac. I mean, cheese.
Sorry, your Mac. Oh, man.
Stephen, guess what?
What, Cam?
Now that the podcast is ending,
yeah, yeah,
music's finally back.
Yeah, great. Now we have something to talk about.
Yeah, we've been talking about fuck all in the little mini isopods or whatever they're called.
I suppose we've been talking about them.
I suppose so. Episodes.
Episodes. That's right. Yes.
Mate, you got to be proud of me. It's been like 2.5 years and 170 odd podcasts, and I'm finally learning how to speak.
Hey, I'm proud.
Maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to read soon.
Oh, fingers crossed. These rundowns have been pointless otherwise.
But yeah, Steve, festivals are coming back and tour announcements are being made once again.
This is fantastic. We're starting to see the announcements coming through left, right and centre. There's just been, wherever you look on Facebook and Instagram, there are just festivals popping up, different bands. The guys who do Falls Festival and Splendour in the Grass have got an ongoing festival with different artists each day and different kind of like lineups as well. Each different day's got different genres as well, and that's fantastic. Summer Sounds, I believe. So definitely check that out if you're into music.
Brilliant. And the dates for Good Things Festival in 2021 have been announced, Steve.
Yes.
Dare we say it? Dare we mother flippin' say it?
Oh, I don't know, Cam. Shall we? I mean, shall we roll the dice, risk it one more time?
Oi, Steve.
Yeah?
Steve.
Yeah?
Who do we predict? Headline act.
Oh.
I'm talking Good Things 2021.
You reckon System?
Oh.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I just released new music. That's not a bad idea. Surely we've got to be right at least once in this podcast about System headlining a festival.
Could it be? Is it she? Maybe. I don't know. It could be System's time this time. Good Things Festival. I don't know. It would be amazing. I would love it. Who knows?
They are in a COVID-infested pit at the moment, but we'll see what happens. But that's going to be happening December 3rd, 4th and 5th in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. Now, Steve.
Yep.
Gunners,
yes, that's right. Guns N' Roses are coming back to Australia yet again. And look, it feels like only yesterday that they were here. I went to see them at the MCG and they were fantastic.
I don't know, can't they bring someone else?
I don't know. System? Do you reckon System will headline the Guns N' Roses show?
Well, fuck it, let's call it.
That's right. Why not? Yeah, we got to be right once in our fucking lives.
The Slowly gig has been rescheduled. New headliner. System. Beautiful.
Oh, actually, that would be so good because it's not a huge venue, is it?
No.
No, well, that'd be. I mean, how good would it be to see System in a small venue?
Intimate System gig. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing, Cam.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Alanis Morissette, I see she's going to tour again next year.
Who's going to be a support act?
System.
Oh, this is fantastic. It's almost as if they haven't done anything for 15 fucking years.
Fuck the System.
But no, in all seriousness, if System are listening, please come back sometime soon.
And write some better new music. Now, Steve, no. It's
Hey.
Yeah.
One of our listeners...
This is why we're quitting.
One of our listeners mentioned System of a Down in our question of the week.
Oh, speaking of question of the week, Stephen.
It's time for
Question of the week. Oh, we're flowing tonight, aren't we? It's like there's no pressure.
Hang on. Get the bottle out again. Let's get something else flowing. Oh, there we go.
So for those of you who have been living under a rock or not leaving their houses or whatever.
Or if this is your first ever Garage Rock show, in which case, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah. Good timing by you. By you.
Well, go back and listen to the other ones. They're still staying up there, aren't they, Steve?
Oh, yeah. As long as I can be fuck paying for it. I guess so.
Question of the week was and is and will forever be... What is your favourite music release of 2020?
Ooh. I'm telling mama.
I'll start off. We've got Ollie has written in and said, Killing Season by Thy Art is Murder. Do you remember that conversation that we overheard with the singer from Thy Art is Murder?
Yes, I do remember. It was quite an intense conversation.
Had good things. It was very intense. Like, it can get pretty loud in those things, but no one was really doing an interview at that time backstage of Good Things, and one person was, and they were interviewing the singer from Thy Art is Murder, and everyone was listening in. You could hear that conversation was getting in some crazy spaces. Like he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting into porn and stuff. Maybe he was saying he wants to get into porn or something.
Yeah, after he decided that suicide probably wasn't for him. Yeah. Fun times. Anyway.
Well, it is art if you murder yourself, I guess.
Well,
apparently.
Thy Art is murder. Next, Cam.
Amanda Love and Kiss said, Letter to You by Bruce Springsteen.
There you go.
Lex from Garage Rock, the TV show.
Good on you, Lex.
And he's been on the podcast, actually. He's probably the only guest we've had on, isn't it?
Yeah, he was.
There you go. Hi, Lex.
Hi, Lex.
Bye, Lex.
Bye.
He said, As Long As You Are by Future Islands. Ali has said, A Hero's Death by Fontaine's DC.
That's a cool album.
And Ultramono by Idols. I only got into Idols like last year. Not bad.
I think we featured them on the show.
We did, didn't we?
We've featured hundreds of acts on the show. It's hard to keep
you
track.
start to forget.
Yeah.
Bruffy!
Yeah.
Daniel Bruff has written in yet again. Thank you so much. He said, The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny by Mr. Bungle. A beagle, a bugle, a bilbadiddle-doo. Amy has said, Shame, Shame by the Foo Fighters. Be a shame if that didn't get in, Steve.
Oh, absolutely.
Sugar Wookie, 85. Sugar Wookie.
Sugar Wookie.
Who's Sugar Wookie?
I don't know who Sugar Wookie is, but Sugar Wookie is written in a few times.
It reminds me of Sugar Cookie.
It might be where that came from.
You know how Australians call it shortbread?
Yeah.
But in America, it's a sugar cookie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a sugar cookie.
Oh, I thought it was just a shortbread.
No, in England, it's like...
Aren't all cookies sugar cookies, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you.
And it's...
Because I always say that to the kids because they watch the American baking shows and that every now and then. And they're always like, yeah, this is like a sugar cookie. I'm like, you guys want a sugar cookie?
God. The thing is, that's what I'm going to miss most about this show is the visual performance I get when you say things like sugar cookie.
Picture this. You say it without moving your mouth.
That's
Ready?
pretty much...
Watch. Sugar cookie. So everyone that's listening just pictured that.
Yeah.
I'm going into videos after this. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can watch me not move my mouth.
Yeah, Sugar Wookie 86.
He hit us up on, I'm guessing it's a he.
Or it could be a she.
Could be a she.
Could be her sugar cookie. Sugar Wookie.
Yeah.
Sugar Wookie.
Sugar
That's
Wookie.
one hairy Wookie.
85. Must have been born in 85. Good year.
Yeah, fine vintage.
Oh, the best. Hit us up on Instagram and said, Gadigal Land by Midnight Oil.
The oils.
Brady's written in and said, Power Up by Akadaka. Mm-hmm. Aiden has said, Father of all mother beepers.
Oh,
come on. Oh, come on. There might be parents listening. Nah. Father of all motherfuckers by Green Day. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Will said, The Modern Medieval by Something for Kate.
Yep.
And Clint wrote in and said, The Menu Log jingle by Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
Menu Log. No, fuck that.
What?
That's shit.
Get tacos to the chateau?
I'll tell you what, if you can, avoid using Menu Log and Uber Eats because those poor restaurants get fuck all.
Absolutely.
My cousin's made an app for the Mornington Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out. It's called Bite Local, and most of the money goes to the actual restaurants.
Well, that's what you want.
So a lot of like Menu Log and Uber Eats, a lot of the restaurants lose money.
Yeah.
On them. It sucks.
They're just sort of relying on getting more customers.
Yeah.
But they're not actually making the...
Yeah, exactly. So, check out Bite Local if you're local to the Mornington Peninsula. But one more, Steve.
Yep.
One more from Sarah from England.
Oh, hello, Sarah.
Has said Another World by Gojira.
There you go.
Gojira. Do you know what Gojira means?
It's Japanese for Godzilla.
Oh, almost pulled that cord out. Did I fuck it? No. Oh,
No,
good.
it's all right.
Steve,
Yeah.
who else has written in?
Well, Trav got in touch and he said The Death of Me by Polaris.
Oh, I did hear that. That was good.
Yeah, that album's killing it this year. Holly said Breakfast for Pathetics by Tired Lion.
Oh, nice.
Yep, that just missed out for me. It's up there, but it didn't
Oh,
make
really?
it in for me.
Okay,
I really liked
okay,
it.
okay.
Adam said Brain Dead Heroin Kills by Piero Pirupa.
Legend.
Absolutely. Which one, Adam or Piero?
Oh, both.
Oh, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Also Adam.
Sarah said Protect the Land by System of a Down.
Oh, there it is, Steve. There it is. It's
Gotta
in
mention,
there.
It's in there. So it's one of the best songs of the year, officially, as we go. Millie from Garage Rock, the TV show. Hello,
Good
Millie.
on you, Dal.
He said Heartwork by The Used.
Oh, yeah, the Used. He loves his Used.
Yeah. Swedish band Annoyed contacted us on Instagram and said Weight of the False Self by Hatebreed. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Fernanda got in touch and she said Carry On by Falling in Reverse. Jambor, he's written in and said Mindless Joy by Loser. Loving those guys. Ashley got in touch and said Chunky Shrapnel by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh, King Gizzly's Whiz.
Absolutely. Tom also wrote in, he said Juveniles and Reveries by Kingswood. 2 albums this year. Good on him.
Yeah, I know.
3, in fact.
3
Christmas
albums
one.
in 1 year.
Listen to our last podcast, you'll hear me say just that. Kelsey wrote in and she said Unreleased by Powderfinger. All their unreleased songs from between 98 and 2010, I think it was.
Brill.
Yeah.
And they're getting back together.
Are they?
Aren't they?
No, I don't think so. You heard it here first. I think they're supporting system. Alex wrote in and said Don't Bank Your Heart on It by Davey Lane. And finally, we've got Mel, and he said, as an old-fashioned Aussie bogan, nothing beats new stuff from AC/DC. I was actually looking at the charts a few weeks ago, and 3 of the top 4 albums were Power Up by AC/DC, Kylie Minogue's new disco album, and Bruce Springsteen's album. So 3 of the top 4 were, Akadaka, Kylie Minogue, and Bruce Springsteen.
Well, there you go.
There you go. It's like the 1980s all over again. But Cam, it's time to hear from you what everyone's been waiting to hear from.
Oh.
What is your favourite music release of 2020?
Well, Steve, I thought since it is our last episode,
Yeah.
it's time to bring back...
Top 5!
Yes, Steve, fuck it. Let's do our top 5 2020 releases.
Oh, I'm all up for it.
Why not? I'll start. Okay. Number 5 is the song Come On by
Ooh.
Amy Shark and Travis Barker. I had to put that in there because it made my day seeing it on the NRL Grand Final this year. Something was something, you know?
It was something. It was definitely something.
I did see him play live last year, but
True.
seeing him there in the video, it was good.
Travis Barker, of course he had to be in there. Oh, and Amy Shark's in the song as well.
Do-do-do-do-do, Amy Shark.
No, she's just announcing a national tour.
A national
national
tour?
tour. It's one of
You
those.
do the mash.
You do the
national
monster
tour.
mash.
No national tour.
Let me
It was
let
a
me try.
graveyard smash.
She's doing a national tour. She's playing arenas.
Number 4, Steve.
Yes.
Herd of Cows EP by
Oh, yes.
13.
Yes.
Yeah, his long-awaited second album that just that blows your mind. That EP.
No, it's a really cool EP.
Number 3, Steve.
Yes.
Which this is a band that you got me onto,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm be very surprised if this isn't in your top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But Mindless Joy by Loser.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
The album's fucking awesome. I love a bit of. You got to support Melbourne rock.
Absolutely.
Melbourne Rock.
We've interviewed him. Yeah, that was a really cool interview, actually.
Yeah.
The two of us and Tim and Craig as well from the band. That was a really cool chat. That was just loose and just conversational. I love
That
those
was a
ones.
great chat, and yeah, it was very conversational, and it just flowed, and
Yeah.
they were just really cool to talk to. Like it just kept going, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And it was interesting what they had to say, especially about being in a band that you're trying to get out and about
Yeah.
and get out there and
A
just,
relatively new band trying to build up. Yeah.
it's not easy, Steve, and they're doing it. Number 2. Everything is A-OK by Violence.
there you go,
Soho.
yes.
I had to put VS in there.
Of course.
Had to.
I'm wearing my new Violent Soho shirt now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Stoned Brisbane Bear on it.
it's so cool, that T-shirt.
I
I
do
love
like it, yeah.
I don't condone drugs.
No.
Violent Soho definitely do. Now, my number 1 for my favourite music release of 2020
Yep.
has to be Slowly Slowly's Race
Ooh.
Car Blues album.
Yep. You do love yourself a bit of Slowly
Oh,
Cam.
dude, Jellyfish. That was stuck in our head for fucking
Oh,
years.
yes. Yeah.
Even though it's only been out. Oh, that song came out last year, but it's
Yeah.
obviously on the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, Race Car Blues and Safety Switch featuring Beck Stevens. That's an awesome song as well. So check it out. Race Car Blues, Slowly Slowly. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Their gig's been cancelled twice this year.
Yeah.
So next year we'll see what we get, Steve. But what about you? 2020. It's been a big year.
It has been a big year.
What's got you through?
Well, I do have my top 5 albums for the year, and we've interviewed 4 of these bands about these albums,
Ooh.
and it would have been 5 if it wasn't for COVID, actually. There was an international one that, the tour was cancelled. But anyway, getting to it, number 5, Kingswood Juveniles.
You didn't want to put the Christmas one on there, Steve?
Oh, I thought about it, but you know what, Cam? I don't like Christmas, and that's just me. That's just me. I'm not a big fan of. I know.
wonderful time of the year.
So I hear. I'm just not a big fan of Christmas music in
fair
general. But and hey, Kingswood, good on them for giving it a
That
crack.
makes total sense.
It's
You're a
just not
miserable cunt.
Exactly. We all knew that anyway. But yeah. So anyway, Juveniles, the album from the start of the year, fantastic, bittersweet, just love it.
Beautiful.
And you make it so easy. Great album. Number 4, Cam.
That's 8.
That's 8. Yeah, you held up 2 hands with 4 on them.
Yeah.
That's 8. It's good that you can't read, but you've got your maths down pat.
It's double the 4 minus 4.
That would have to be something for Kate's The Modern Medieval.
Oh, nice.
Or The Modern Medieval, if I want to say it
Which
properly.
you did interview.
I did, and just had a chat with Paul Dempsey a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so I love that album. Before I Come Back to My Senses, fantastic single, and the whole album as well. Bernie Fanny makes an appearance as well, so that's pretty cool.
Love me a bit of Bernie Fanny.
Bernie
But
Fanny,
Steve,
yes.
if anyone's wondering why I didn't do any interviews through this, is because all the equipment was at Steve's house.
That's true.
And I wasn't allowed there.
No, I mean, it wasn't my decision. I would have loved you to come over to my house.
I would love to come in your house.
Exactly. You wouldn't be the first. You'd be the second.
Now, cheese.
Yes.
You answered to it. Yes. We're on.
All over
Mac and cheese opening podcast opening next year.
Fantastic.
Opening?
Opening? I don't know. You
Starting.
ever open a pack of mac and cheese? Fuck. Anyway.
It'd definitely be like home brand fucking powdered fucking cheese and
Absolutely. Skim
Oh.
milk
no nutritional value.
or educational value or any kind of value.
No value.
No value whatsoever.
No value at mother flipping all.
Yes.
skip around.
Number 3 is The Kingdom by Bush.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot Bush brought out an
Exactly.
album.
And most people would have. Most people wouldn't have even known that they did. Most people are going, who the fuck are Bush? But hey, that band that did Glycerine have been doing a lot of stuff over the years, and their last album was shit. But this album I really, really liked. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is, so quite like it. The Kingdom.
Beautiful.
Check it out. Now, 1 and 2, I was flipping and flopping and
flipping and
no
flopping.
idea which one I was going to put at number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it. Number 2, Everything is A-OK by Violent Soho.
Really? I really had that as your number one.
Yeah, and I'm sure at parts of the year it was my number one as
Okay.
well. But I just, it's these top two. I really couldn't separate them, and so I had to put someone second, and it was Violent Soho. But my number one album, Mindless Joy by Loser.
I called them.
You did
I
call
called them. They'd
you-
both be in there.
Exactly.
But honestly, I thought Violent Soho first. But yeah, both great albums. I can see how you've come. You do love your Loser.
I do love Losers, and as my Tinder profile would suggest, but the
How is Tinder going?
Jesus, it's fucked.
Any funny COVID stories or?
I matched with someone the other day, and we're having a good conversation and everything like that. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you in the area? No, I live in Adelaide." I'm like, how the fuck did I match with you then? Anyway,
So only people in COVID lockdown match with you.
pretty much. Anyway, that's another story for another podcast. Cheese.
Did she send photos of her boobs?
I don't know if it was boobs or ass, but they were big. Anyway.
Big veiny fuckers.
I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
But no, it's I had to put in Loser at number one. I think that those albums both came out relatively close to each other, and I've been listening to them all year. And Loser have just dropped a new single, which we're actually going to be featuring later in new music. But
Remember when you lined up for the Loser tickets?
there were Violent Soho tickets with Loser supporting
That
them.
was this year.
That was this year. That was the last gig they would have played because before the lockdown. It was like a promo show for the new album.
Must have been like February or something, was it?
February, March, something like that, yeah.
That is a foreign concept right now, isn't it?
Lining up for concert tickets.
with hundreds of people
Oh.
for concert tickets.
Jesus, just
It was that was shit because you didn't get them, obviously. But to even be in that position to be able to do it, you'd be like, this is kind of cool.
yeah.
I'm free, man.
I would love to stand in queue for 2 hours in the sun to not get concert tickets. Again, that would be fantastic. I'd love that opportunity.
Yeah, but you did your best.
Exactly, and that's all that matters. But Cam, we've done that. That's our final question of the week.
Yep.
Top 5 ever. Probably.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows? If Guns N' Roses can get back together, surely, I mean, who fucking knows? But it's not looking good.
Hey, just for one last time, not that we're going to do it, but can we hear the what's in the box?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
What's in the box?
Does anyone remember that?
Yeah,
Why did we do that? There's a question in the box.
It used to be a
wasn't
question in the box, and then we
Yeah.
decided to just scrap the box
Yeah.
and just ask our own questions.
Not the first time you scrapped a box, is it, Steve?
No, I can't even think of a comeback to that. But Cam, one final thing that we must do, like we've done for 49 episodes before us. You know what time it is?
It's time for new music on Garage Rock. Yeah, that's the last time you hear that. But I did one
You did.
mucking around in ISO.
Oh.
Me playing all the instruments. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can watch that on our socials if you ever feel like it.
Yeah, just on repeat. I wonder how many hits that got on Spotify Rewind 2020.
Actually, my mate Rowan said, "Can you do like a few songs like that?"
Really?
Yeah, me too. I was surprised.
No, I didn't mean really as in because you're not any good. It was more a fact of, actually, I don't know why I said really.
He loved it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
So,
good.
yeah.
Really?
I hope everyone loved it. I had fun doing it.
No, it was awesome. I wish I could have joined you, but living in Brighton now. So, we're not allowed to have music.
No.
No.
Now we're going back in time, children.
Ooh.
Steve and Cam.
Mac. And cheese. Oh, God.
Jesus.
This is probably the loosest episode we've done in a while.
That's-
Probably because we're not on the phone.
If we ever, you remember those comedy albums you used to be able to buy?
Well, Martin Malloy, Eat Your Peas.
Yeah, yeah. If Mac and Cheese did a comedy album, it would be Jesus
Jesus.
or something like Oh
Oh,
Jesus,
Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Cheese's crust. I don't
Jesus crust. There we go. I love a cheesy crust. Anyway, Cam, our first song for new music tonight.
Yes, Steve. It's 21, which happens to be my favourite / lucky number
Is it now?
by Eli Green Eyes.
Before we get to that, why is 21 your favourite or your lucky number?
I was born on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I was born on the 21st,
Oh, yeah.
and I just like the number.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh, I liked when I turned 21.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's one thing.
Yeah. What day of the month was that?
The 21st.
Oh, jeez. It's
I
like,
know.
It's almost like that Jim Carrey movie with the numbers.
Oh, yeah, 23.
Well, that's not 21,
That's
though.
just -2.
Two,
Yeah. WA born singer songwriter Eli Green Eyes has released his latest single, 21. My lucky number. I get you. The song has a Britpop sound with a summery vibe to it as well, Steve. It slightly reminds me a little bit of sort of like an Aussie / Brit rock Frank Turner.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that
fair
make
enough.
sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense.
But yeah, it's a pretty rocking song. Let's check out 21 by Eli Green Eyes.
To walk along my street, as long as I am weak, I'm pouring out my heart, cause life's too short for rosy cheeks. Kick me down a door, for one of which I'm sure will bring me home. Smiling faces that tell me I'm adored. Easier to look away, I'm not in the mood today. I don't wanna feel the pain like I did last year. Hello, I'm a widow. Here's a song about how I came along, screaming fuck my life at only 21. I guess I had fire from the sun. Better fight instead of run, said the sky to me at only 21.
That was 21 by Eli Green Eyes. Our next track is by Melbourne band After School Care, and they reached out to us with their new EP, No Hat, No Play. Remember those days? No hat, no play.
Yep.
Now it's all no jab, no play.
Yep.
Things just escalate, don't they?
They do.
Anyway,
Everyone's so sensitive since 9/11.
oh, tell me about it. Anyway, Desperation's Hilt is the final track from the EP, and it's a little bit of a slow build, but I really like it. It has a cool alt-rock grunge sound, which I know you know I love.
And I know that you know that I know that you know you love.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I know that. Anyway, the whole No Hat, No Play EP is really cool, and head online and you can check it out. But right now, this is Desperation's Hilt by After School Care.
A shred of dignity to mask the foul sin. A room of dignitaries. One in my mouth spent. Leave me alone. I love you. Leave me alone. I love you.
That was Desperation's Hilt by After School Care. Up next, we have Upside Down by Loser. And when I first saw this song come out, Steve, you know what I kept thinking?
What'd you keep thinking?
Upstyle Down.
28 Days album, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's Upside Down by Loser after releasing their debut album, Mindless Joy, which is Steve's number one music for 2020. Give
Yeah.
it a round of applause, mofo Yoko Onos. Awesome. Yeah, that was released earlier this year. Melbourne band Loser have released their latest single, Upside Down. So they've been busy in ISO, Steve.
Busy little bees.
I got a slight hint of early Jebediah with this song.
Yeah,
And
yep.
some really cool guitar solos in there as well. So make sure you check out Upside Down by Hey Loser.
Tricks and lies, a modern disguise for the future of our things. I don't watch TV, I can't stand to see all the mess that we live in. Ignore everything that brings me down. Watching as the world turns itself upside down while we're waiting on the come down. Could we just try and get along? I'm sick of all of this division, stuck in repetition. division, stuck in repetition all night long.
That was Upside Down by Loser. Our next track, Cam, is by Wellington band Voodoo Blue. They've released their debut album.
Okay.
They released their debut album, Jacobus, featuring their single, Ha Ha, Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. Now, this is a cool punk rock track, and I love the main riff throughout the song and the angsty vocals from the singer about egomaniacs that push their emotions away for a chance at popularity. Don't they all, Cam?
That's what will destroy this world, Steve. The ego.
Absolutely. And TikTok. But right now, which kind of just lends into itself.
It does.
Really.
They massage each other.
Absolutely. So let's check it out. This is Ha Ha Okay by Voodoo Blue.
I talk shit, but I can't take it. I'll smile in the faces of popular people. I'm not sure if they like me, so I'll spread this message that's approved by the jocks. I show the masses my vital collections that made me feel like I'm part of their club. All the little do I know that my friends are the litter, and I am just the runs. I'll climb this social ladder while I know that the frame isn't locked. Okay. I'm jaded, frustrated, it's complex but not complicated. I've faded, true hatred, the children left to be tainted. Please wait in line, 'cause the answers to life as there is no time.
That was Okay. by Voodoo Blue. Up next, we've got Monday by Grave Street. Melbourne-based six-piece alt-rockers Grave Street have released their single Monday, which is the first offering from their forthcoming debut album, set for release in early 2021. It's going to be a good year, isn't it, Steve?
Better fucking be.
Feel it in your nutsack. The band draws influence from the likes of the Gaslight Anthem and Against Me. And after years of working on separate projects, the band are back with a fresh new sound. They're back, Steve.
They're back.
Definitely a Gaslight feel to it. It's got a real catchy chorus, and I really fucking love the drum beats in this mofo, Yoko.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's awesome. So make sure you check out Monday by Grave Street.
Sadness comes like a spider into the window, uninvited. Tell me why you believe. Do you trust in your own truth? Why you holding your mind in the same of your head? True strength to rattle threads. Separate myself from this. It's to the devil I know. That won't go away. If the devil means adversary, the devil is me. No matter how many pages I've turned inside out, it will always remain. I keep telling myself to move on, but that's been no good either.
That was Monday by Grave Street, our final ever song, Cam. This is it.
This is our last new music
Yeah.
for Garage Rock.
It's wow. This is emotional.
Yeah.
I'll get over it.
There's
Melbourne,
a tear.
There's a tear.
There were tears.
Melbourne's Stuck Out have released their newest single, Inverse, taken from their upcoming second EP, Lie Through Your Teeth, which is out December 18 through Grayscale Records. Now, this follows from their previous single, Mindless, which features Michaela from Yours Truly, another person that we interviewed over the
Yes.
years.
Yep.
She was lovely.
I'll miss them.
These guys have supported acts including As It Is, With Confidence, The Story So Far, and Census Fail, as well as the first band to ever play a note at the first ever Good Things Festival, Cam.
Brilliant.
Now, this is genuine Aussie pop punk. It's got a good hook in the chorus, and it'll be interesting to see where these guys go in the next few years. We won't be around, but they probably will be. Let's check it out now. This is Inverse by Stuck Out.
Too much time spent
that was Inverse by Stuck Out, and that song stuck out like a sore thumb because it is the last song for new music on Garage Rock. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed all the songs that we've played over the past 2.5 years.
There's been a lot of songs, isn't there, Steve? How many you reckon? 50?
No. There'd be probably close to 200, I'd say.
Yeah, well, hopefully we got some new listeners for some new bands or
we've had people
new songs.
We've had people contact us and say, "Hey, I really like this band," or "I found this band through you guys," or "I heard this interview just popped up on my podcast and I listened to the interview and I listened to the song and I was like, hey, this is a really cool band and I've gone on to like them." And I guess that's what it's all about, really.
It is. That's probably what our main aim for doing this podcast was helping get music out there and promoting it, and all music.
Yeah.
All rock music, obviously. So we've had a lot of fun doing it, Steve. And should we address the elephant in the room?
That we're never ever going to see each other ever again.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Our first time seeing each other in the flesh for 6 months, and this is it.
The last time we'll ever speak to each other.
Go to the footy.
Oh yeah. I remember the footy.
Yeah, go to the footy. Go see some gigs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gigs there back. Yeah.
I'll be your wingman on Tinder date if you want.
Fantastic. You're in half my Tinder photos.
We'll skip around. Really? Oh, awesome. Hopefully they think it's me. And
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time.
really? So I get a few hits, do I?
I did have someone match with me, and then they said, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were the one on the left." Anyway.
Really? Oh, good to know if I'm ever single.
Yeah, well, there you go. You've got a promising future ahead of you. Oh,
Steve, speaking of photos, we did a last photo.
yeah.
We were going to do a live episode for the 50th live stream, but
Yep.
obviously that shit can't really fly at the moment because
No.
people can go do shit. So
Yeah.
we did have a big poster, big banner made up for that, which will never be used. So we got a photo with that.
Yeah.
And our wine glasses to say, here's cheers to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to thank everyone who's been listening to us over the past 2.5 years. And, you know, all of the bands who have sent through music, all of the bands we've featured, everyone that we've interviewed, all of the labels, the promoters, management who have been fantastic over the years, who've just emailed through stuff and been really accommodating and given us free tickets to concerts and festivals and backstage passes and all this kind of stuff. And you know, we weren't anticipating it at the start. I mean, we were just, you know, let's just do this for shits and giggles, Mac. But it
That's
kind
it,
of
Cheese.
just, it kind of just snowballed.
Exactly. If anyone needs us for anything, you know, we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. If we could be fucked.
Oh, I mean, we've got spare time now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's I guess it is time for us to end this episode. Cam, I want to thank you for, you know, being my wingman for the past 2.5 years on this show. If it was just me, people would be just bored out of their fucking brains. But it's good to be able to have someone to bounce off, and it's been good to have you on this like little journey that we've had. And it's just been a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get back together next year and do a few little things. But
Yeah, we'll skip around.
We'll skip around, absolutely.
And I just want to say thanks again to you, Steve, because it wouldn't be a show without saying thanks. So, cheers.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cash. Nah, you're a bloody legend. You've put a lot of hard work into this. You're good at the editing and stuff like that, making us sound good and cutting out all my words that don't mean anything, the sentences that don't work, the jokes that don't work.
I cut out a lot of mine as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And like I said, I just rock up and you do all the shit. But, you know, when we started, we were doing episodes when I was on call and stuff, and I was coming in with 3 hours sleep doing them because we felt like we had to. And I look back and go, that was all worth it.
Yeah, it was fun, and we put in a lot of hard work to do these episodes, and now it's time to just take a break, and who knows, we might be back next year and doing some things again. But
I feel like doing this stuff, you definitely grow.
Yes,
and you learn heaps, and the more you do it, the more you understand how it works and things like that, and doing the interviews as well
Yeah.
become a lot more natural
Yep.
and stuff. So who knows where we can use these skills in the future?
Exactly.
Mac and cheese.
There we go. But for right now, it is time to say goodbye. I've been Steve.
And I've been Cameroni Nose.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.